Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid.
What is going on, Believers? Guys, I've got Decanect here with me today. I've got Thomas, I've got Based Spud, and I've got Wilson on, and we are talking about Decanect, which is a learn to earn. It's a brand new concept. We've been talking about it a lot. You guys have seen it probably on Coinbase. When I first talked to Thomas, we talked about that, in fact, but instead of a couple of questions, this is a deep, robust website full of information to make you a better investor, to give you knowledge about cryptocurrency, to teach you about blockchains, NFTs, everything you need to know. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.
Why don't we go around in a clockwise fashion and everybody introduce themselves? Thomas, you start.
Yes, I'm Thomas, the co-founder, basically CEO of the project itself. And I'm the lead developer. I'm the one that's developing all of the utilities that we have. And yeah, that's basically who I am.
All right, Wilson.
Yeah, I'm Wilson, and I'm basically the guy creating the educational content for Decanect at the minute, and I'm also just trying to keep the community happy when I can.
All right, Base Spud.
Hi guys, my name is Jason. So I've known Thomas for about over a year now, and he recently asked me to join the team at Decanect to help out with their project management.
All right, there we go. So let's start getting the questions going here. First of all, Thomas, talk to me about Decanect. Where does the name Decanect come from?
Well, the name itself is very simple. We try to come up with something that's a little bit more unique, that's not been used before, and we wanted to represent decentralized connection, basically. So it's a combination of two words, decentralized connection itself, and how it relates to the utility itself is basically we have created a utility which connects people from Web 2 to Web 3, and yeah, that's where the name comes from.
Awesome. And so what motivated you to start the project?
Well, it's actually multiple reasons. If I was to name all of them, we'll probably be here all night. So I'll go with the main one being is the lack of easily understandable educational content being available in one place. I personally have traded stocks for over 5 years now and started in crypto 2 years back. Basically, found it very difficult to find reliable sources for information. Many promote services and not truly focus on their use case for a member itself, you know, as because they're more focused about attracting members, but they actually concentrate on promoting content to them rather than creating value for their members. So YouTube would be the one I use the most. You can find nearly anything on there. But when I would send a link to my friends on how to create a wallet, for example, them not being fully aware of what blockchain is and never actually interacting with it before, to create a wallet, for example, they would have a lot of issues in creating such. So I ended up searching for multiple videos and sending them, including links on how to add custom networks for BSC tokens. And it was basically going through multiple sources in order to help them get set up and realized that it would be amazing to have everything available in one place. Send the link to my friends and know that they will be taken care of. There are many other reasons, but I believe this example sums it up the best. As for the connection aspect, would like to leave this for an AMA in the future. It will be enough to talk about the whole AMA. Just want to have this part of utility already ready to be released before we go into details about it. We hate to see someone copy us and release a project promoting our idea.
Of course. So what's the team's experience in crypto? What have you guys been doing? How did you get into it, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, most of us are basically we connected with each other through investing in various different cryptos. Like, for example, Jason, I met him in one community. Crypto Zach, I met him in another community. Wilson, I met him in a different one. Some some of the members are from a private chat that I'm in. We've kind of been watching the Telegram community in general, various communities, and kind of connected with each other based on our interest and vision that we share. But some been in crypto for nearly a decade, like our CFO Zach, for example, aka CryptoPunk. Some been in crypto since the last boom cycle of 2021, such as myself. We each carry different expertise and qualities necessary not only for a successful crypto project, but in general for a successful business, as some of the team members actually run this.
All right. So, what's the marketing plan?
Well, the marketing plan. This is also, I guess it doesn't. We could list a bunch of sources and channels that we're gonna use, but I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of the same sources and channels available. At the end of the day, I believe it's important what content you promote rather than the channels and sources you use, right? So yeah, but as far as like channels and sources, it's gonna be YouTube AMAs as we're doing right now, Twitter trending, Twitter Spaces, giveaways as we actually have one up right now running. And then post-launch, this will be pre-launch, post-launch, continue with the AMAs, Twitter trending, as well as Twitter Spaces. Then, of course, CNG and CMC trending, PR articles, DEX tools trending. As I mentioned, it's nothing new. It's something that everybody's aware of. But again, it depends on the content at the end of the day.
Right. All right. So here's a weird question here. How are you going to avoid the selling pressure from people that are selling the token and keep that chart from dumping all the time when people make a little bit of money from their educational platform and then want to go trade their crypto out? Like, how are you going to prevent people from just always cashing out?
Oh man, that's well, I guess there's various ways to do it. We're not the type to manipulate. We are rather the type to give something in return, right? So if a holder is holding tokens, some provide staking. What we're actually already halfway done with one of the utilities, where the requirement will be is to hold a certain amount of tokens to be able to experience the full all of the features. It's going to be a Web3 utility. As well as NFTs. We're also working on NFTs where people will be required to hold them as well to experience the utilities that we have at a full level. So that's our main approach in motivating people in kind of creating purpose for the coins themselves rather than just being an investment. It's also a key to access various dApps that we create.
Awesome. So for anybody who's in chat, by the way, just so you guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat, but wait until we get done. I've got a pre-prepared list of questions that we're going to go through here. And then when we get to the end of it, if your question hasn't been answered, then we'll open it up and take questions from everybody. But I hope anyway, from the list, I think we tried to be pretty thorough about it to make sure that we got everything covered. So next up, how do you plan to keep new courses and ideas being created for the utility?
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Yeah,
I'll take this one. Yeah, so obviously we can take suggestions from the community, but we are also planning to work with influencers and YouTubers such as yourself, so we can come together and not only create content that is the highest quality possible, but get ideas from as many different influencers. And we can keep churning out ideas. We have a decent list already, and we don't seem to be running out of any ideas anytime soon.
By the way, I believe we have a new category for Bleeves, if I'm not mistaken. How to avoid getting rug pulled, something like that. I don't remember what the exact question was, but how do you spot and how do you check a cryptocurrency? So I think, is that going to be a new category?
Exactly. So that was something I was going to mention later as well. That's the next course we're actually going to be working on, how to spot safe investments, but more importantly, how to spot scam investments, how to avoid those mistakes. Because in cryptocurrency, it's not about the choices you make, it's about the choices that you avoid most of the time. So if we all had avoided holding onto some scam token for a bit too long, we could have all been a lot richer. Earlier this year, me, Thomas, and a few others from Decanect all went through a scam token, and yeah, it's not a good feeling. So we want to educate these investors on how to avoid those mistakes and know when you're in a project that you shouldn't be in.
Right. So other than what we're talking about there, what other courses are we talking about? What other topics are we looking for? Wilson. Hello?
I could help out.
Sorry, mate. I was on mute.
No worries.
Oh, Thomas,
Okay.
Thomas, do you want to jump in there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll jump in. That's not a problem. So, as far as the courses go, there was another one. We're gonna go off of our own experience, as seeing what type of issues we run into and where we could save time. So basically, yes, coding would be definitely one of them. Reading contracts would definitely be another one. Also asking the community about various different ways, various different things they would like to see. We would like this to be more of a community engaged project, where the community speaks up as well, and we take the ideas and we start creating content based on the ideas they provide. But the ones that we do have in mind is, yes, the one that you've already made a video for, which is how to identify legitimate cryptos as much as you can, like as far as you can. And then yes, and coding and reading contracts are definitely two courses that we're going to be working on soon.
I'll jump back in there just because I was on mute as I was speaking last time. So I've already created a full course which we have called Blockchain for Beginners, and that just takes you through the fundamental part of getting started in, well, DeFi specifically, not related to exchanges. We do have a course on exchanges, but those videos were collated from other content creators. But so far we have already created a course ourselves for beginners for DeFi, which takes you through the basics like setting up a wallet, little things like slippage, converting to stable coins within MetaMask, just the absolute fundamentals. But in the future, we can move on to things like technical analysis, analyzing charts, knowing, even things like macroeconomics, which you need to be aware of in order to understand market cycles. There's no point investing in cryptocurrency at the top of the market cycle, because as we all know, those tokens that we invested in back in November and December, we are definitely down on those positions, and we should have avoided that because we didn't know anything about macroeconomics.
I'm going to let that sit for just a second because that was preaching to a choir right there. From slippage to everything else, I think those are important topics that everybody in this space needs to know. And, and I think, Thomas, you and I talked about this, to get off topic for just a second. We talked about how much educational content is needed in the crypto space versus how much there actually is in the crypto space. And that's why I think this specific project is so important to so many communities right now. So, but let's move on. I'm getting off my soapbox. So how are you guys funding this project? Since, basically you've built the utility, everything is ready to go way prior to launch. So how are you guys funding this project?
Well, it actually started out maybe as a hobby, trying to give ourselves a challenge to create something useful for us, to be honest. And as we progressed, we realized that this could be something that we could share. So yes, we build everything ourselves. So we've invested our own money into building it. As the reason for it, it was not actually it was basically for ourselves, and then we decided we want to share it. So our costs are very minimal, maybe $500 per month just to maintain the current utility with the servers and the domain names. Basically, that's it.
All right. So what are the top 3 things that you're focusing on in the next 3 months? And this question is directed directly at you, Thomas.
Okay, so top 3 things, right?
Yep, top 3 things that you're focusing on in the next 3 months.
Education.
It feels like a setup right there. But yeah.
But to be a little bit more detailed, more courses, of course. The iOS app, we're currently working on it. we're looking into opening an LLC in order to, publish the app under a company name rather than individual's name. Looking to onboard blockchain educators to carry out live courses on Metaverse. The Metaverse is, of course, going to be created by a third source party, which is listed in our white paper. These blockchain educators, they're professionals, they're experts. They require evidence supporting projects longevity. Sorry, I'm not English, so some words take me a while. And basically, in physical presence in general, they want proof of it. So this is where the LLC supports the iOS as well as our legitimacy. Also, we're looking to deliver Decablock, which is a major milestone for us in Q4. Which is basically taking YouTube type of content with features of Patreon and concept of CoinGecko, as well as we will be launching a Decanect community store, top student reward program before Christmas. And once we hit 1,000 members signed up on Decanect, we will be launching Metaverse exhibition events.
All right, so then let's do Jason. You're on the clock, man. Does the token have a utility other than as a reward for learning?
So, look, as you said, we're a couple of weeks out from launch. We were building the utility pre-launch. The focus right now is to kind of polish the education platform, get the iOS app on the store, and go for a full launch. So for now, we're just focused on that single utility, and that's not to say more may be added in the future. But for right now, it's just about the learn to earn.
Okay. And do you plan on listing on any exchanges?
Yes, absolutely. So that's something we'll obviously look into post-launch, but we are looking to list on an exchange. Our first listing will be on an Asian exchange as we want to open up that market to our product token.
So I can assume that will be fully translatable then?
Say that again, sorry.
Are there going to be translations of the website?
Yeah,
that's actually not something we have thought of, but I don't see why not. We do have a Spanish Twitter page at the minute, so I don't see any reason why we couldn't get those translated across to the website.
Yes, we'll look into that, definitely.
Yeah, I think we need to have a whole bunch of different versions. If we want to get overseas, then you got to think about people and speak to them in the language that they speak. So that's probably going to be pretty important to do, making sure they have that information. Wilson, are you going to be creating content yourself in the future?
Yes, absolutely. As long as those ideas keep coming in, I will keep, I will stay affiliated with this project forever. Obviously, we can outsource to other content creators, but that is my main role. I like to have an active part in the community and keep a happy presence. But at the end of the day, my main competency for this project is creating that educational content.
Got it. So back to Thomas, will you be onboarding people with experience in blockchain to create courses for Decanect? And if so, how do you compensate them for their work?
Yes, so yes, we will be as we have already talked that you already made a video for us. So yes, there will be influencers, just blockchain educators, as we already mentioned already. They will either compensate through the marketing wallet, team wallet, which we have, or Decanect coins, which would be vested, as well as we would have to have a close relationship with that person, and if we were to give coins out. Our concentration is on the team wallet.
Will the content, and I suppose this really kind of applies to all of the content. Is it all going to be exclusive to Decanect?
So yes, if we create content through the agreements that we have, as far as payment goes, yes, it's going to belong strictly to us. It cannot be available anywhere outside of Decanect platform. As we mentioned, we're currently working on Decablock, which will further complement this concept, as well as provide an incentive for those who provide this content to respect our agreement.
Right. All right. So I think that kind of covers all the pre-made questions that we had set up, that we had talked about. We have what can only be described as one of the most robust educational platforms that anybody's ever seen in crypto, for sure. So does anybody have any questions about what we're doing on a go-forward basis? And I hope you guys like that background music, because some people tend to get bored when they don't hear something.
Yes, it works. It works.
So I've got my theme song playing in the background. And I can't tell you, by the way, on a personal level, how many times I hear the name Thomas anymore, because I'm talking to Thomas and I'm on your website all the time. And that's also what I go by. So somebody yesterday said, Tom, come into chat. And I went into chat, and it was not even for me.
That's right. Your name is Thomas, yes.
Yeah. All right, so I don't think we have any questions. Let's go through a few comments here, see if we have anything. Brad says he knows all about being rugged. We got Pocahontas in here. She's from Hulkinu. She's been here, comes in all the time, watches all the shows. Love having her there. CryptoPunk, don't know that guy. Why is it spelled with 2 Ks? That's weird. No, you were not late. Martin Morrow's in the house. What's going on? Brett Wu, Crypto TMG, let's go. John Kim, Decanect, let's shake the world. Let them know we're coming. Yeah, I think everybody kind of got excited here when we started talking about the the anti-rug proof stuff here. So let's talk about that, by the way, since we're on it. Like, what are the fundamentals? What are the things that we're looking for? First of all, we're looking for blockchain. We want education in blockchain, and let's kind of pull up the site and let people see what it is that we're talking about. You guys don't mind, do you?
No, go ahead.
All right, so here we have it. This is the site. I'm already logged in. When you come in here without being logged in, you just get the full screen. Once you get logged in, you get a dashboard off to the side over here that gives you courses, classrooms, portfolio, a context menu so that you can quickly navigate around. If you want to learn anything about it, and boy, did we have a learning course yesterday. We learned all about this site. This is where you go for the courses. This is your rewards. And you guys want to talk about the reward system? Because there's 4 different types of rewards that we're talking about here.
Yes. So yeah, they're a little bit briefly described in the left corner on the screen.
Yeah.
So yes, Decas is basically that you earn all of these points. You earn except for kudos. Kudos is a little bit different. You simply, if you do a great task, or if somebody thinks you deserve a nomination, you basically receive kudos, which each one is basically $1, but a minimum required is 100 to convert. But all the remaining points, Decas, NFTs, and nodes, you're going to be receiving them for every task that you complete. So if you complete a quiz, you'll be receiving a certain amount of Decas, NFTs, and nodes. So Decas also are converted into crypto. NFTs are converted into NFTs that we are working on right now. And NFTs are going to provide you access as well to, for example, on DecaBlock, to allow you to upload videos if you would like to share them with the community. Nodes are they're not expendable. They're points used to measure the leaders of the members that are leaders. Basically, on the leaderboard is adjusted to list members according to the amount of nodes they have. So they're not convertible for anything. They unlock features, and in case we do decide to give out rewards for top leaders randomly, we're going to go according to the amount of nodes they have.
All right. And the NFT awards, 100 NFT points. How many NFT points was it? 5,000?
10,000.
10,000. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to quiz myself for that whole thing.
Yes, I think you got that one wrong.
God damn it. And I swear to you, I looked at it. I looked at the answer and probably still got it wrong. But I have 1,100 NFTs already, 200 in Node and 50 in Decas.
We'll get you a kudos today, man.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so you also have over here, you have your payout forms where you would attach, and your Ethereum wallet's already attached to it, of course, and then you get the amount to withdraw, payment method, how you want to have it cashed out, etc. For each one of those. Here's your leaderboards. So for anybody who's looking to see, you've already got to catch up to Jordana, who is at 6,344 nodes. State asset A17 at 4253. Jason is already out here at 2995. Yeah. King Kong's in here at 611. God damn, y'all gonna make me work now. God, son of a bitch. All right, so I'm about to blow this chart up, I think. All right, so do we have any questions out here? The store. That's where. Oh yeah. What about this? Do we have a store over here?
Yeah. No, we don't. It's coming soon. It's on the roadmap, actually.
All right, there we go. So we've got that on the roadmap. All right, so you guys got anything else that you want to add into this? Oh, you know what we should do? We should really go over to Decanect Coin so that you know if you are looking to get in on the pre-sale, which is still active, right? There is a there's a kind of a small pre-sale here that is still 22% completed, about 21% completed right now. Upgrades every 4 hours. So if you are interested in dropping a small bag in and getting involved in this program, this is the site to do it. It's called decanectcoin.com. Updates every 4 hours. All you have to do is enter your information, and then once we have a contract address and everything's and the token's been launched, then there'll be a launch. When, do you have a date for when we're looking for a launch? And are we going to have a launch party for it?
So we're still going to carry out another pre-sale phase, which is going to be on the launch pad. Still looking into it right now. The launch pad itself, we have not set a date yet. There's a poll in the community as well for the community to state their voice. But most likely the launch pad, we're looking at Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, as well as the launch itself before September 10th.
Awesome. All right. So then I think that wraps it up. You guys have anything else that you want to add in here?
I think we've actually covered it all. We've been getting
I do think
this
was one of the more efficient ones that we've gone through from beginning to end.
Just make sure to check your kudos, man, to see if you have one.
There we go. All right, I appreciate that. All right, well, with that being said, Thomas, do you want to say anything in closing to the audience?
Just simply, I believe I shared it in the dev chat as well yesterday. I am truly thankful to the team that we have, as well as the community that we achieved. It's a wonderful experience. All I want to say is I truly did not expect this. I thought this was just going to be a simple idea that we share among ourselves, but it truly, not sure how to say it, but it truly touches my heart, and it gets me emotional to see that there are people that actually appreciate it and find it useful. So it's excellent motivation to continue. Thank you, everybody, for the support you've given us.
Wilson?
Yeah, thank you very much for the time. Yeah, I'm very excited to be a part of this project. And I want to say a massive thank you to Thomas, because he puts in effort. Like you don't even understand how hard this guy works. He skips sleep for a full night, multiple times per week sometimes. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This guy's crazy, but this is his life, and we're definitely in good hands here with Thomas.
Doesn't matter what time I send him a message, he's like responding right away. So I already know that. Jason, you got anything to add?
So just first of all, thanks, Bleeves, for doing this. Massively appreciated. And secondly, yeah, when I joined the team, I thought I was a hard worker until I met Thomas. I realized I wasn't. That guy's on another level. So again, thanks to Thomas for kind of creating this idea. We've all been rogued. I've lost, untold amounts of money the past 12 months to rogues and scams. So hopefully this product helps people avoid that, because I would have really needed something like this 6 months ago, a year ago, 18 months ago.
No kidding. I think we all needed that kind of education way back then. We'd all be way better off for it. So let me close this out with saying that my name is Bleeves. It's not financial advice. I'm always right. I am partnered with the Decanect team, and they have been incredible to watch so far. As you guys know, I partner with programs and projects that I try to stick with people that actually have something that they do, have a great community, have a great sense of urgency, to educate people, to do something for communities. And I love what I've seen so far. So as long as these guys are going to have me, I'm going to be around, hopefully making content for them and providing educational content to you guys in the future. So with that being said, I guess we will see you all later. And this will be on my website, and you guys can link it into Decanect if you want to, and share it with everybody.
Thank you, Bleeves. Thank you.
All right. You guys have a good day, and we will talk to you again soon.